Look, I don't care how fat or how skinny you think that you and your family are, there's no such thing as bad genetics. And look, the excuses, it's over. It's over. It's over. The excuses on having bad genetics are over because I'm about to disprove it in like 5 seconds. All right, so first off, what exactly are bad genetics? Genetics, aka genes, that is the hereditary traits that get passed on from the parent to the offspring. And what are hereditary traits? Like what exactly does hereditary mean? It's the physical and mental characteristics that get passed on through the generations. So your genes are just physical and mental characteristics that get passed on from your parents, who got them passed on from their grandparents, and they get passed on to you. So what I'm trying to say though, you don't have an excuse. Because even if your parents and their parents and you were born skinny, or maybe you were born fat, or maybe you were born skinny fat and you just got unlucky, it really doesn't matter, because here's the thing. You can rewrite your genetic code. It's not something that's set in stone. That's why, you know, people used to have big ass Neanderthal brains and heads and couldn't think. And now, you know, we're here and like we got light skins and we got Blasians and stuff like that. There's a reason why. It's because you can evolve. You can rewrite your genetic code. Understand, if your traits that get passed on are just physical and mental, then what do you have to do? If you want to change your mental characteristics, you got to change your thinking. If you want to change your physical characteristics, you got to change your habits. So think of it like this. Think of it like this. We now know that the only two things we need to change our genetics are habits and thoughts. If you've been like raised in a setting where, let's say, y'all don't go on walks, y'all eat junk food, y'all live very sedentary lives, you've never touched a weight, you've never gone to a gym in your life, you never go outside and see any sun, you live under fluorescent lights. Dude, obviously your physique is not going to be that great. Obviously, you're either going to be extremely skinny or you're going to be extremely fat. Okay? So think about it this way. Now, let's say that you're watching this and you're like 18. So for 18 years, you haven't been walking. You haven't been training. You've been eating shit food. Yeah, obviously, you're going to have shit genetics, but really it's just shitty habits. But before we can even change the habits, we need to get into the thoughts. If you think that like, oh, my dad was skinny and my grandpa was skinny, so I have to be skinny. Oh, my dad was fat and my grandpa was fat, so I have to be fat. That's not how it works, y'all. You gotta think, there's so much like stuff that genetics can't determine. Like, sure, genetics determines your height. It determines your race. There's obviously some things you can't change. But when it comes to just building a killer physique, when it comes to like muscle and stuff like that, when it comes to just changing your mindset, that's all up to you. There's no one that you can blame. Like me, for instance, my dad is 5'6". My mom is 5'4". I'm 6'2". So either the milkman was like 6'5", or I just overrode my genetic code, because genetics don't mean everything. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you can change your thoughts and you can change your habits, then you can change your genetics. But how exactly do we do that? Well, first off, you gotta start with the thoughts, because everything came from thoughts. If you're watching this on a phone or computer, that came from a thought. This video idea came from my thoughts. If you want to change your mental state, you need to change your thoughts. So instead of thinking, oh, you know, my parents were skinny, my grandpa was skinny, now I'm gonna be skinny, say, no, I'm not doing to be skinny. I've just been practicing skinny habits. I need to practice some nice muscle building habits. So essentially what you do is you just begin to change your thoughts. You begin to change your thoughts by changing your actions though, because here's what happens. When you align your thoughts and your actions, when you tell yourself, you know, I'm not skinny, I can get big and jacked, and then you go to the gym and then you eat healthy, you're reinforcing the fact that, oh yeah, I can change my genetics. Oh, I'm not doomed to be skinny. Oh, I can have the physique I want. So you need to like combine the two. So obviously start practicing better habits. Start walking more, get 10,000 steps a day. Stop sitting online, stop sitting under fluorescent lights all day. And honestly, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but anything in excess is gonna get you. So yeah, well, make sure that you're walking a little bit. Go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week. If you need a training guide to do that, check the link in the bio. But on top of that, just like eat healthier, cut out the junk food, cut out the processed food, eat more food that's like real food, you know, real food that you would find in nature, like fruits, veggies, meats, pods. But you know, it's really simple. You simply gotta change your habits and you gotta change your thoughts. And on top of that, you gotta stay present, because you gotta understand, you've been doing, chances are, let's say if you have been struggling with like your physique and trying to change that and you're blaming your genetics, you've been practicing the bad habits and the bad thought patterns for like, let's say 18 years of life. You're not just gonna change that all in like a week, a month, not even a couple months. It's gonna take like probably like 6 months to really see some like really significant change. So you just gotta stay consistent. You gotta trust the process. You gotta trust that the workouts you're doing that the walking, that the eating healthy, that the sleeping good. You gotta trust that that's all gonna make a difference. And that's how you change your genetics. The genetics aren't set in stone. You just gotta change your thinking. You gotta change your habits. Also, if you wanna change your physique, don't forget, you can book a free coaching call with me, top link in the description. Or if you need a workout program, I got a bunch of workout programs. Links below in the description. They're the athletic body program, that's the main one. It's gonna get you athletic aesthetics. It's also gonna help you with like a whole bunch of other issues, like how to quit porn, how to meditate, how to get sun exposure without getting sunburnt, how to, do the sauna, how to do the cold tub properly, stretching routine. It's just got a whole bunch of stuff on diet. But yeah, it'll get you right. With all that being said though, I'm the one Sule. If you got any questions, follow me on IG or X and DM me there. I always respond. But with all that being said, stay up and stay blessed. I really appreciate you for watching this video. Dooski.